All right, so my doctor found my stomach in my armpit. I couldn't believe it yesterday. I was at the doctor, so I wanted to talk about that. Hello, everybody. This is Ryan over at High Carb Generator. Welcome back to my channel. Yesterday, I had to go to the doctor. It's an osteopathic manipulator, and before everybody's like, "Oh, that's woo-woo" and everything like that, it really is, and it's actually a really good. It's like the only doctor that I actually trust. And it takes forever to get an appointment there. It is at the Cleveland Clinic, so they got all my records and everything. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm going to get into it in a couple minutes here. But first off, so I get there, and every doctor visit, for whatever reason, they weigh you and everything. I was 290 pounds. 290.
Diabetes.
What is going on? Like, I don't understand. Last year at this time, I was 262 pounds. What has happened? And my diet really hasn't changed that much. So anyway, I'm going to get into this a little bit more. Um, Normally I go there because ever since my ankle was replaced, I've probably 2.5 years ago I started going to this place, and they were working on my ankle to get it functional again, because I've been learning how to walk basically for this amount of time. My surgery was a little over 3 years ago. But yesterday, I'm like, I really just don't really feel like having my foot worked on. My hip has been coming out, probably because I'm 290 pounds.
He's fat!
But my hip has been coming out. I said, can you work on my hip? I said, and he's working on my hip. And I said, I swear, I said, this is doing something right. But I really don't think that my hip is actually being caused by my hip coming out of socket, ball and joint coming out. I really think this is referred from something else. Now, a lot of people, if they eat something that they don't digest well, they'll get a pain almost immediately in between their shoulder blades, and everybody's like, oh, my back hurts. But it's really because your digestion can't handle, like for me, for example, if I have raw red onions or raw garlic, I will immediately get that pain in between my shoulder blades, immediately. So you really have to look at where the pain is actually coming from. So referred pain means that you're having pain somewhere, but it's actually because of something else somewhere other place in your body, right? So I kept talking to him. I said, my lymphatic system, I know it's not draining. Something is off. Something is really, really, really off lately. But there's got to be something else. So anyway, so I had him. I know this is going on and on and on. So I had him, and he's like, well, maybe in your next visit, we'll work on your diaphragm, but for right now, I'm going to work on your hip. I said, okay, and then he came up to the top of my head, or like neck area, and he's like, oh, something's really off. I said, I know, something is really off. Something isn't right. And it's been this way for a very, very long time, if not my whole life. So he starts feeling around my gut and everything, and he's like, your liver's not in the right place. I said, what? He's like, yeah, it's way too far up, and it can't even pump. I can feel it's struggling to pump. And then, so he starts moving my liver around, which feels like I just got kicked in the gut, right? Starts moving that around. What these people do, it's osteopathic manipulators, and what they do is they work with the fascia, they work with different trigger points, they work with different things. It's at Cleveland Clinic, so it's like legit, and they get you kind of back into place. And so he starts working on that, and then he goes behind me, and he realizes that my right kidney is out of place, and that it has scar tissue on it. And then he comes to my other side. He's like, your stomach is like in your armpit. Like, he's like, he's like, I hate to ask this, but were you in an abusive, childhood or something like that? And I said, no. I said, I've always been bigger than everybody else, so that wouldn't go well for the other person, So, he couldn't figure it out. He's like, so you've had no real trauma. He's like, no severe car accidents, none of this. I said, no. I said, I told him, I said, I've had like a few bike accidents here and there, and I've had a few other things, but nothing else. So then he's like, well, I said, and my hips are really there's something wrong with my hips. My pelvis is tipped too. My spine is rotated. And he also said that because he was looking at these x-rays, I have an enlarged heart. I'm like, what a crazy ass visit. And I'm like, I still, to right now, this was yesterday, like almost 24 hours ago that this happened. Even still right now, I can feel like how my organs feel like they got in a fist fight with somebody yesterday. It's crazy. But my gut is definitely slimmed down. So something definitely happened. So anyway, and then I said, yeah, my hemoglobin's high and everything like that. And he's like, this is crazy. I said, I've been to a cardiologist or whatever they're called, and they didn't really seem to think anything of it. But he was feeling around my musculature and everything like that. And he's like, if you didn't have these structural issues, he's like, you'd be a household name athlete guaranteed because of how you're built. And, the hemoglobin and everything like that. It really is irritating. But that's just not the case. And so the moral of this story is, I don't know if this has caused some of the issues that I've been having with this random weight gain. He also said because my hips are off, this shoulder's up, and when this shoulder's up, the lymphatic gets trapped here and can't get over to the other side, and this side gets blocked and it can't drain out. So there's a lot of things going on. He gave me a couple of exercises that I can do. There's a lot going on with me. I think the point of the story is, on average, people who are watching my videos are probably not in this circumstance, like put together like Frankenstein, like staple here, staple here. We'll put a pin in this one. Like, I don't understand. I wish I was making this up. I really do. Somebody called me a chronological liar or something like that. Like last month, I'm like, I wish, actually, that would be nice. I wish that was the case. But it's just such a strange journey that I've been on. Anyway, so I really don't know what else to say about it. Hopefully this video was somewhat entertaining. I don't know what else to say, but it's just, wow. I've been thinking about this since this happened yesterday. I guess I don't know what else to say. Anyway, the moral of the story is not everything is readily available to you. Like you might be doing a diet really hardcore and you're following it to the T and it's just not working. And maybe your stomach is in your armpit. I have no idea, but I can only imagine if my stomach was that far up that it doesn't drain correctly, because he asked me, he's like, do you get a lot of reflux? I said, not anymore since I came off keto. He's like, but the thing is I actually had an endoscopy and they went into my, how did they not see that this thing's like, up here? I have no idea. So anyway, I have no idea. I don't know how to explain anything that happened yesterday. But I figured I'd make a video about it. It's the weekend. I'll just let this be this weekend's video. Anyway, I don't know if this is a shareable video. It's kind of a weird video. And that's it. Any comments, questions down below like always. And I'll talk to you in the next video.